DeAndre Jules putting on a good showing this camp. What are your thoughts on that notion? Would you agree that he's kind of stepped his play up recently?
DeAndre has lost a bunch of weight. He's still a monster size wise, and he's figured it out. I mean, he's really hard to block, and he's way more athletic now. He's moving as good as he's ever moved, and he'll play a lot of ball for us.
How's it going trying to replace all those guys you lost on the defensive line?
Well, it's going pretty good. We actually replaced them in December, so all those guys were gone for the bowl game. So for the most part, it's the team we played in the bowl game, and so really more than anything, it's cleaning those guys up on what they need to work on and figuring out who our depth are.
What's it mean to you? Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
What's it mean to you as a coach when you see a guy like DeAndre? I mean, who took a while to kind of really put it all together.
Sure.
And he could have probably transferred out and tried it somewhere else, but for him to stick around and really put together what he's done in camp, what's it mean to you as a coach?
Yeah, well, I think our culture here is to work and continue to get better, and we keep coaching them. We don't give up on them. And the difference between us and everybody else is when you get in the transfer portal, that's quitting. And our guys don't quit, and they keep fighting. And really, quite frankly, they learn lessons in life that a lot of people don't. If you can't make it the first day, that doesn't mean you're not going to make it. And unfortunately, in this world today, that's not the case, mostly outside of here.
How are your linebackers lining up your top 4 or 5 guys right
Boy, I tell you what, we've got a good battle going on, and we've got 3 really good freshmen who came in too. But at this point, Shane Simon is the oldest of the bunch, with Brandon George. Bengali's doing well. Let's see, who else do we got?
Solomon.
I'm missing Solomon DeShields is doing fantastic too. And then, we've got a bunch of the young guys who are pushing their way up the ladder. Where those guys will end up, we'll know probably on Saturday after the scrimmage who will be their backups.
Is the battle at Mike between George and Simon?
Well, no, because those guys play multiple positions. So it's who are our best 3 guys, and then who will be the next guys in based on who's best by position.
Is the battle at safety between the best 4 guys still?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, we've got 4 really good players who, are still learning. They're still young. We've lost some NFL guys back to back to back, and so now these guys are the next ones, and we're still a work at hand there at safety.
Are each of those 4 guys getting equal opportunities at both spots?
Pretty much.
Or have certain guys kind of found a home at...
No, right now we're teaching both, because at the end of the day, you want to be able to play the next best player by position based on who comes in. So if one guy's better as a backup at one position, then the starter may move to the other position.
What makes Bengali and Simon effective defenders?
Well, I think Simon is an experienced football player who is very disciplined. Bengali's one of the finer athletes, size-wise and speed-wise and athleticism-wise in the game, quite frankly. And he's just the big thing for him is just learning the game and keep playing. And the more he plays, the better he gets day to day.
This isn't the first year when you've had to break in new safeties. But Pat was even talking earlier that safety is one of the most difficult positions in this.
For sure.
Most challenging positions in
Yeah,
this defense.
yeah.
What are some of the challenges when you have to get new guys? And they've got some experience, but
Yeah.
not a lot. What are some of the challenges and the growing pains that?
Well, the big thing at safety is they're the quarterbacks of our defense in the secondary. They set all the coverages, they get everybody lined up, and they make a lot of the adjustments. So, when you play the game, they have to be able to, on a quick dime, think about how we want to change, what we want to change, and then in the middle of drives, we change coverages based on things that we're getting. So that's the complicated part of it. It's pretty much a quarterback or a coach, if you want to, on the field.
Getting back to those linebackers, it seems like a lot of them have those takeaway stickers on their helmets. A lot of them have multiple. What are they doing as units to make sure they get those?
Well, we practice takeaways every day. It's a big part of the game. It's probably the number one way to win football games. If you win the turnover battle, you win games, and so that's really critical.
Did you get more turnovers in practice this summer than last summer?
Probably about the same. I think our offense is doing a great job holding it. They know we're coming after it, and I'm sure you guys saw out there too. They're working on holding the ball as much as we are taking it away. So I think it's always a good battle out there.
You said about young linebackers. Is Kyle Lewis Lewis pushing himself into the top
For
six?
sure. Kyle Lewis, Lovelace, those two guys are way ahead for their age. And so, Kyle missed last year, so he's really a year behind, but he's caught up very fast and is doing a great job.
What's your assessment on Cruz Brookins? Pat's had some nice things to say.
Yeah,
about him.
Cruz is a football player. He's playing corner and safety right now and doing a great job. Understands the game. He's a football player, and he doesn't know what he doesn't know, but he knows how to go get the ball, and that's 2/3 of being a defensive player.
Is that depth you have at corner kind of beneficial where he might be a corner for you one day, but you might be able to get him in at safety or something like that?
He'll
You
be a
can-
safety for us this year. We're moving him back and forth, though, so he understands concepts, and the more you understand what the corners do, the better you are at safety.
What do you think about Donovan McMillan out of Florida? What do you see this past
Well, Donovan McMillan's from Pennsylvania, so he went to Florida to visit. But at the end of the day, Donovan's doing a great job. Donovan is a very good athlete. He's learning. The biggest problem for him is just learning our system. Pretty complicated, as we've talked about in the back half. But he's really done a great job. I'm really impressed, and he's one of those guys pushing to be a starter.
If he makes a mistake, do you ever say, like, if you had come here 2 years ago, you would have known that already?
Never.
You're too nice a guy. Right?
Yeah, no, I remind him.
Nate Temple was another guy Pat brought up this morning as saying he's having a really good camp. I mean, as someone who kind of struggled with injuries last year, how nice is it to see him
Well,
back
Nate's
out
been here a long time and has learned a lot of football. Charlie's done a great job, as he always does, of teaching guys. And again, at the end of the day, you just keep working with these guys, and they come on. And even though he's had a couple years of injuries, it's his time. And certainly he's stepping up and doing it.